On December 7, 2024, a video surfaced on social media showing 4 individuals brutally beating a cow. It was circulated with claims that the footage originated from Bangladesh and depicted an attack on an ISKCON cow farm by Muslims. However, an investigation by Rumor Scanner debunked this claim, revealing that the video was actually from Jalandhar, India, and not related to Bangladesh. Similarly, another video went viral on Indian social media, claiming that a Kali Mandir had been attacked by Muslims and that a Kali idol had been vandalized. Media outlets such as Zee News and RT India amplified this claim, reporting it as an incident from Bangladesh. However, our team from Rumor Scanner discovered that the video actually originated from West Bengal, India. The footage depicted a Hindu ritual performed by the Hindus themselves, not an attack. Recently, Chattogram court lawyer Saiful Islam Alif was reportedly killed by a mob of Hindu protesters. After the incident, disinformation quickly spread across social media, falsely claiming that Alif was a lawyer representing Chinmoy Krishnadas. This false narrative was crafted to push a fabricated narrative suggesting that a Muslim lawyer defending a Hindu monk had been killed by Muslims. This misinformation was propagated by Indian media outlets, even by some international media outlets like Reuters, and shortly went viral across social media platforms. BJP West Bengal leader Shubhendu Adhikari shared a video of a college brawl in Dhaka a few days ago, attempting to portray it as evidence of anti-Hindu violence in Bangladesh. In reality, the video showed a clash between students from Dr. Mahabubur Rahman Molla College, Government Shohid Sohrawardi College, and Kobi Nazrul Government College, a routine student altercation unrelated to any religious conflict. Hello everyone, I'm Jawad bin Hafiz from Rumor Scanner, and I was discussing 4 recent instances of misinformation about Bangladesh that have been shared widely in India, aiming to portray the situation of Hindus in Bangladesh in a misleading light. Since August 5, after the fall of Awami League government led by then Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, there have been hundreds of instances of misinformation, disinformation, and communal propaganda spread by Indian entities. After Hasina took refuge in India, Indian social media users and news outlets were seen raining misinformation on multiple platforms. Their attempts to develop narratives of communal violence have created a highly distorted and exaggerated portrayal of the situation of Hindus in Bangladesh. This has sparked massive outrage in India, resulting in violent attacks on the Bangladesh Assistant High Commission in Agartala and attempts to cross into Bangladesh by some Indian nationals. It is clear that there has been a massive surge in cross-border misinformation originating from India about Bangladesh since August 5. This wave of misinformation and disinformation has framed political transitions and crises in Bangladesh, distorting them into a religious one, which is a deeply misleading portrayal. For instance, a few days ago, former Pakistani Hindu cricketer Danish Kaneria posted on his X account, comparing the condition of Hindus in Bangladesh to that of Muslims in Rafah, Palestine. Prior to this, he quoted a tweet that shared a video with caption, "This is the condition of a Bangladeshi Hindu millionaire industrialist, Ambud Sharma, who was killed." In the video, a man narrates, "This man is Ambud Sharma, a big businessman and billionaire who helped Muslims, yet was still killed by Muslims in Bangladesh." Kaneria shared the video with the caption, "This is the painful truth. My deepest sympathies to Ambud Sharma's family. Hindus must awaken and consider the future of their children." However, we could not find any Bangladeshi billionaire by the name of Ambud Sharma, nor was there any report of a such person being killed in Bangladesh. I'm sure many Bangladeshi people would agree that they, as Bangladeshis, have never heard of a billionaire businessman named Ambud Sharma here. This means the entire story was made up. Following the fall of Awami League regime on August 5, a coordinated disinformation campaign began, primarily driven by Hindutva accounts spreading fake news and communal propaganda against Bangladesh. A clear pattern could be observed in their approach. Number 1, communalizing incidents involving Hindu victims. Number 2, framing political violence as communal attacks. Number 3, sharing videos of Muslim victims or property and claiming that they are of Hindus. Number 4, portraying the July-August uprising as a militant or Islamist takeover, promoting a narrative of rising extremism. Number 5, claims of mass rape and murder of minority communities. It is like whenever a Hindu individual was involved in an incident as a victim, it was deliberately framed with a communal angle, even if the event stemmed from political disputes, personal conflicts, or other non-religious motives. For an example, on August 4, Awami League leader Haradhan Roy from Rangpur's Porshuram Thana was killed during a clash with protesters. Allegedly, he attacked the protesters who retaliated and beat him to death. After August 5, Haradhan's image was widely circulated online, focusing on his Hindu identity while concealing his political affiliation. This created a narrative that portrayed the incident as communal violence. Similar distortions were observed in other cases of Hindu deaths, where incidents were communalized without any basis. Notably, such narratives were not limited to Indian social media accounts. The Bangladesh Hindu Buddhist Christian Unity Council also contributed to this framing. Their reports, often exaggerated or misleading, became sources of various local and international media outlets. In a report published last September, the Bangladesh Hindu Buddhist Christian Unity Council claimed 9 communal killings. However, investigative findings, including a detailed report by Netro News, debunked these claims. The investigations revealed that none of the deaths were linked to religious or sectarian motives. Instead, 7 of the cases were the result of political retaliation, mob violence, or criminal disputes. Similarly, Narshindi Awami League leader Deepak Saha was seen in a viral video assaulting a female quota protester. Following this, an angry mob attacked his home after the fall of Hasina. The incident, a clear case of political retaliation, was reported as a communal extremist attack. Likewise, incidents involving Muslim Awami League leaders were falsely communalized too. For instance, setting fire at cricketer Mashrafi bin Mortaza's home was falsely linked to cricketer Liton Das. The lynching of Awami League leader Shahidul Islam Hiron in Jhinaidah was misrepresented as the murder of a Hindu leader. Footage of a mob setting fire to a restaurant owned by a Muslim Awami League leader in Satkhira was shared as an attack on a Hindu temple. Unfortunately, the trend that started in August continues to this day. Incidents in Bangladesh are still being falsely portrayed as communal and framed as attacks on Hindus. Notable example includes attacks on shrines in Sherpur and Sirajganj being reported as attack on Hindu temples. We learned, based on the report of Bangladesh Hindu Buddhist Christian Council published on 19 September, that there were 9 Hindu deaths, none of which were communal hate murders. However, several fake claims stand as the foundation of the imaginary narrative of Hindu genocide, including the army killed 27,000 Hindus in 3 months. The army and Jamaat together killed over 50 Hindus in Chittagong's Hajari Goli, despite no one being killed. Over 13,600 Hindus were killed in Bangladesh within the first 4 days, a claim made on August 10. 6 Hindu women, including 2 minor girls, were allegedly raped and burned alive in Rangpur, which is a false claim. There are also fake rape claims. A sexual assault video from 2021, originally recorded in Bengaluru, was spread in August as a video of a Hindu woman being raped in Bangladesh by Muslims. Several videos of students punishing Chhatra League female leaders were shared as evidence of the torture of Hindu women despite the women being Muslim, with no religious angle involved. Even a video of Jagannath University female student staging a silent protest following a student's suicide was falsely shared as evidence of Hindu women being persecuted. There were numerous claims of women receiving punishment simply for not wearing hijabs. For instance, a Muslim Bangladeshi model named Misti Subhash were harassed by some kids at Raju Bhaskarya while celebrating Sheikh Hasina's birthday with a cake that was falsely shared as an American woman being harassed for wearing Western dress. A TikToker from Teknaf was identified as Muslim was assaulted on the allegation of phone theft. This was falsely shared as a Hindu girl being assaulted for not wearing hijab. After Hasina fled to India and the fall of Awami League, its leaders and activists, regardless of their religion, faced retaliatory attacks from an angry public and political opponents. However, many of these incidents were deliberately given a communal angle on Indian social media, especially when the victim was a Hindu Awami League leader. In Indian media outlets, incidents involving Hindus were disproportionately highlighted, while numerous cases of attacks on Muslim Awami League leaders and activists were largely ignored. This selective portrayal contributed to the creation of an exaggerated narrative of Hindu persecution in Bangladesh. While it's true that some unfortunate incidents of communal violence have occurred in Bangladesh, the real scenario is not as it has been portrayed. The exaggerated narrative of Hindu persecution creates a distorted and overly negative scenario of Bangladesh minority conditions. Claims of widespread violence, calls for UN peacekeeping missions, and the imaginary theory of Hindu genocide are not only misleading but also unacceptable. What is even more concerning is this exaggerated narrative by Indian media and influencers is gaining traction internationally. Social media platforms, particularly X, along with the organized efforts of the Indian right-wing mainstream media, have amplified this distorted image. In contrast, Bangladesh's presence on X remains relatively small, and our media response has not been as proactive. There is a clear need for more English language reporting and stronger efforts to counter these narratives and combat misinformation. To effectively counter this, fact-based narratives must be told. This requires the involvement of all stakeholders: media, government, political parties, the Bangladeshi diaspora, and conscious citizens. Only through collective effort we can counter the exaggerated narratives created by Hindu nationalists in India.